So now that we got all that mostly framed up, we're gonna run some electrical in this room. Pull the wires, throw in the boxes, and get that all in there so that I can start swapping out the insulation for the new stuff that I got. I'll probably just leave the current poly on because it's all like ripped and torn, and I don't want to do like just a massive patchwork for all this stuff. So I'll probably just roll it up for now. And then the very last thing that I do on the perimeter walls is going to be throwing up the new poly and sealing it up with caulking and all that good stuff. Let's do it. Definitely nothing was sealed very well because in all these gaps over here, there's freaking spider web. Like this dead boy right there. If it'll focus. It won't focus, but that's a dead spider. Yeah, definitely were some little mice up here. Nice big hole through my wall, not sealed up. That's sweet. Yeah, like this chunk has just seen a ton of moisture and been eaten away and burrowed into. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but so that's completely open outside. You can literally see the light coming in from outside, and it's cold right here. And then there's just an open vent with flaps to the outside. No like grate or filter. It's cut in really shittily because it doesn't even fill the whole gap. Like just two big holes into my basement. What the hell? There's no way that's to code. So I definitely bruised my foot or something earlier. I stepped off the ladder and like twisted my ankle weird and landed on the side of my foot. And now pretty bruised. And I'm limping pretty good. Fun stuff. I'm just gonna throw the worst of the insulation into the garbage here with all that mouse crap and stuff. And then I'm gonna run and get more like rodent rated spray foam so that I can seal up that hole around the gas line. And we'll go from there. So I kind of forgot to record a few things that I was doing, kind of jumping all over the place, which I think I just have to accept that that's what this whole basement development is probably going to be like. Also found some mold up here. That side's mostly good, and then it gets dark. And then as you go along, there's more, kind of almost all the way to the corner of the house. So I sprayed down all the mold with this mold control spray before painting over it with this special primer, and that took care of that. So I threw up some rigid foam in the rim joist areas and spray foamed around them to like fully seal them up. And then I threw in some electrical boxes and drilled my holes for pulling the cables through, and we're going to do that now. We're just going to route some of the cable for now, kind of loosely. And then once that's in, we can get some of the insulation back in and see where we're at. So I didn't have as much of this cable lying around as I thought I did. Had to buy more. And guess how much these 3 items are? $180. That's insane. I still don't even know if this is gonna be enough. Like, since when did this stuff get so expensive? So now that I did the electrical along that wall, there's nothing else preventing me from slapping up some of the new insulation and then finishing that last section of framing around the gas lines and all that. So gonna do that piece by piece. We're getting there. So since this corner is about an inch low, like the concrete dips down, when I do the self-leveler, it's going to come up like probably close to the top of these lowest 2x4s. So I'm just going to stack another one above it so that we have something to nail baseboards in, drywall, all that stuff. So. Now I need to throw up some horizontal supports for where the wall is going to line up, because it'll be in between the joist space. We're going to put a few pieces of 2x4 just in between these joists along the way to support the wall. So I'm skipping through a few things because really it's just more of the same. I pulled out some more insulation all the way down this wall to where I'm going to put all the new stuff so that this entire area that we're developing is going to be good. I just vacuumed all the way up across, basically like spider graveyard up there. And I think I'm just going to vacuum it out like in that pocket. I'll spray some of that pest control foam in the crack where the crack goes between the concrete floor to the concrete wall. That's what I'm going to do. Let's vacuum them all out. So a bit of a quick update. I've got everything insulated except for this section of the wall. I need to do a little bit more electrical there where it's going to cut into this wall, and the window needs to be replaced. So I didn't want to do a bunch there until I get that done. The mold up top, I sprayed it all with this microbial whatever mold control spray, and that's supposed to kill most of it. You let it sit a while and it kind of kills it. If there's any like really heavy growths, you're supposed to like scrape it off or whatever using a mask and all that stuff, but mine was minor enough that all I did was spray it with that, and then I used this stuff, Mold Stop, Canadian spelling, or I don't know if that's Canadian and US, I don't know, I usually just spell it MOLD, but I'm wrong. So anyways, you can paint over existing mold and mildew stains. And yeah, so painted that. It's a white color. This is just a primer. I think you can use it with a top coat, but I don't think I'm going to. There was quite a bit of like remnants of stuff. It's just surface mold, but like, yeah. And I mean, obviously I understand this isn't addressing the real problem, but I think part of the real problem was that the builders, for one, it shouldn't just be a 3/4 inch piece of plywood around the perimeter of the wall. That's the only barrier from inside to outside. Should be like a thicker rim board of some kind. And for two, they just like stuff some insulation up there, and then didn't seal up the poly in the pocket, nothing. So I think that also has a part to play in it. Above all these, where all these gas lines run in and through my unit, they're all just open through the floor penetrations before. So spray foam those all shut. This Rockwell stuff is really nice. Like, it's so dense and really fills the pockets so much nicer than the fiberglass shit that I pulled out. And yeah, looks super nice. We're going to frame my new basement wall that's going to run between my bedroom and living area down here, and hopefully try to get to framing in some more HVAC over where the bathroom's going to go, and potentially another wall. So let's get to it. I've got everything on my phone that I measured out downstairs. Treated 2x4s for your bottom plates, and then just your standard lumber for the rest. So if I measured correctly, this is my wall. So let's get it all downstairs, clear up some space, and start filling this up. Before I build the wall, I really need to get all this old insulation out of here too. Let's do it with laser eyes. Much better. Oh boy, I'm good. We're looking pretty good. I need to push the bottom of this that way. So I'm gonna just do the old this trick. Oh boy. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh boy. We're looking pretty good. Got all the pieces pushed into place, all the way up to right there. So I just have a little bit left to do where the gas lines are, and that's going to be a bit more tricky. I'm just going to catch up in terms of spray foam and get all those sealed up, and then we'll only have the little section over by the gas lines to finish up after that's all done. Let's foam them up. Alright, so I've added a few more boxes, and I'm just pulling some more wire now. Finally back over to the panel that'll get terminated in for my new circuits. So I ran one here for the switches that are going to be for the bedroom. I rigged this little setup just to pull some wire. So we just need to run one circuit is going to go to all the plugs in the bedroom here. One circuit to the lighting, and a couple of plugs on the TV wall, and then the third new circuit we need to run is just going to come to the lighting that's going to be in this main room here. So yeah, just need 3 new circuits, and 2 of which need to be AFCI because they have receptacles on them. I guess if you don't if you're just running a new circuit to your basement for lighting, you don't need arc fault protection on the lighting alone. But if you have receptacles and stuff, you do need the arc fault crap. There's so many little things to do down here that I find myself forgetting to record or getting in the groove of things and skipping some stuff. So I've done a bunch more electrical, ran the wiring, stapled it all. I cut out a section from the center 2x4 and then put a few 2x6s in there. That'll be for the backing on the TV, where the TV mounts. Window will be getting replaced in the next couple weeks. Finally got that lined up. We're doing a lot. I have spent way too much money this, We put in a water softener that I didn't plan on doing yet. And then since our furnace is also 30 years old and we wanted to put in an AC, all these high dollar things, we're also getting a new furnace and AC put in. So that will be happening. This guy will get replaced, this old Lennox. So got a bit of a bundle deal on that with putting an AC in. So a lot of things all happening, and what I'm doing right now is, like I said, trying to clear some stuff a little bit out of this side. I marked on the floor, you can hardly see it, but I chalk lined out rough lines to understand where my walls are going to be and all that. And this LVL has been split. The return air ductwork was done pretty shittily around here, and they just cut it so it was kind of like open. And I feel like the previous owners ran their humidity super high, and I think over time it's just that humidity cycle through there and would accumulate or condensate or whatever, and slowly kind of soaked this LVL a little bit, caused it to split, as well as there was like 3 freaking nails in each one of these holes just driven up into the LVL. So it's splitting, and this thing's all sideways. So what we're gonna do is, I got a couple of pieces of this treated 2x12, and this one I've cut already. That's gonna go on the inside, up against where the stairs are there. And then this other one, the straight one, is just gonna go on the outside. So we're just gonna throw these guys up on either side of the LVL and sandwich that guy. Might try and throw a little wood glue in here or something before I clamp it together and we screw it all together. Got those all in there. This side and that other side. So yeah, cut that board along the stairs, turned that support plate straight. I'll throw a couple of regular construction screws in here, I think, still. Just one in each one of those holes. Angle it up and in there. And that's a hell of a lot more solid than what it was. Probably a lot of jumping around, but thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.